Hello there, my friends, and welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Reddit review. There is a lot of talk about update this week, which makes total sense, but unless there is something new to discuss, I'm going to be skipping all the update stuff. You can check out my update videos with my reactions and thoughts on all of the stuff that's been announced, and this is shaping up to be one of the best, if not the best, updates we've ever had in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Subscribe for daily Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and let's dive right into it. Gameloft, if you offer other languages, respect them. Okay, this looks like German. As a translator, this kind of thing is frustrating because it shows they worked in a vacuum. I'm mad because translators get paid virtually nothing for their work in the gaming industry, because they get brushed aside for cheap AIs, and because these translations fall below any basic professional standards. Brush became Birthday. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this. I don't speak German. Which is a noun, not an action. So pet is also a noun, meaning pet instead of the verb, clearly asking the player to perform. I don't like adding even more negativity to the internet, so sorry if this seems like not a big deal at all, but this game frustrates me sometimes. This is just one example of many I see constantly. Approaching my horse and seeing domestic animal next to it kind of throws me off. I can't lie. There's some same type of mistakes appear in the Spanish version too, where verbs get dropped in favor of random nouns that make no sense in gameplay. It feels like someone pasted isolated words into a spreadsheet without even seeing them, what the character is doing on screen. Okay, so I've been reading a lot of comments and thinking about this, and here's a few things I want to share. So first of all, I'm not defending Gameloft. I'm not getting paid to say this, but I just wanted to give some perspective why this might be happening. So number one, a lot of people are saying that they're using Google Translate or AI, and no human even validates these translations. And I personally, I don't think that is true. I'm pretty sure that the mistakes described here could totally happen even if a professional translation team is doing the translation, because usually the way localization works is all of the lines that need to be translated in the game are inside one text file in an array or an object where each line or text that appears in the game has a key, is basically another line that is used to call this particular line in the game, and then the text itself. So when you give that text file, it's literally is a spreadsheet in a way. When you give it to even professional translation team, they have no context, and they have no idea whether the word should be translated as a verb or as a noun. And I know it's a huge oversight, and it seems completely dumb. I feel like there should be a way to, like, if there is any ambiguity that is possible, they should leave some notes for the translators to make sure to avoid this. This would be the right thing to do. But then, once again, as if this is done by a developer who is, let's say, only English speaker, he might not even realize there is any ambiguity. If you see the word brush, like if you are English speaker, for you the verb and the noun is the same word, so you might not even think that in some other translation this might become an issue. So I genuinely think this was not done out of laziness, and it wasn't done because they're using some stupid AI and completely foregoing human translation. I think it was just a simple misunderstanding. There is a lot of steps, there is a lot of people in between, like when the text goes to the department that gets the translation, then it gets back, and it's if you imagine the whole chain, it's very difficult to validate and make sure that every language's lines have proper translation in the end, even if every part of the chain did the best job they can. I do appreciate this comment, this post on Reddit drawing attention to the issue. However, I feel like just posting it on Reddit is not going to do much. You need to send this to developers. It would be nice. The ideal way to fix this would be for Gameloft to have some sort of a page on the internet where people could submit wrongful translations for certain languages. If you find something that you believe is translated wrongly into your native language, you should be able to easily report it to Gameloft, and if they get enough reports for a certain word or a certain line in the game, they should be able to take a deeper look into it and work on fixing it. There is also an issue that translation team, whatever people they send these texts to translate, most likely don't play the game. And a lot of these things, it's not just enough to play the game. You need to be very familiar with the game. You need to be really playing it consistently to be able to catch some of the issues. For example, in this case, even if the person who was translating it just even saw the screenshot, it would still not be enough context, because there's totally plausible scenario where there is a menu on a horse that is called a pet as a noun that could potentially open another menu where you can see maybe some of your pet settings, or the brush could also be a noun because it could also open a brush menu which would give you multiple options for brushing, for example. So it's totally understandable why there was a mistake made, and I don't think it's anybody's fault. It could have been done better. Once again, they could have given notes, but then you need to think about it. If you are not speaking that language, you might not even realize that there could be any ambiguity to begin with. There was a lot of comments basically talking about Gameloft being lazy and not beta tasting their game, and not just about translations, about all the bugs that coming into the game, comparing it to other games that you pay a comparative amount of money and that are done are much more polished. But I feel like people often forget that Disney Dreamlight Valley is a live content game, which means they keep releasing new updates with main content, like literally new features, new locations, new items constantly, which means the game constantly evolves, the code base constantly growing. It's not fair to compare Disney Dreamlight Valley to games that literally have limited story, and once you finish it, the game is done. Those games can be polished much faster. They're meant to be one and done. They're meant to be released, maybe a couple patches. When people report all the bugs, you fix all of it, and it's done. And it's easy because the code base still stays the same. All the features that the game is going to have are already in the game in the moment of the release. They don't need to be building on top of old stuff. They don't need to be improving things. It's absolutely not fair to compare these games like Disney Dreamlight Valley to games that do not get continuous major updates for years to come. Free updates is also important, notice. And out of a lot of games that I've played that are live update games like this, I have not seen a single one that never had major bugs or game-breaking bugs released during first iteration of the updates. They usually get fixed over time, but this is pretty normal. I wish they would do the patches faster, of course, and there are always bugs in every update. One thing I would say, I wish Gameloft would fix them sooner. There are some bugs that stay in the game for months. Usually they're not game-breaking bugs, but still pretty annoying ones. But on the other hand, out of all the games I've played, I've never seen the company listen to community feedback as much and implementing as many requested features from the community as Gameloft does with Disney Dreamlight Valley. So there are pros, there are cons, but in my opinion, honestly, I think Gameloft is doing a really good job. And if you reach out to them with an issue, it's gonna get fixed sooner or later. So I highly recommend people who find translation errors, instead, or at least in addition of posting about it on Reddit, just literally reach out to developers and let them know. Because this is the fastest and easiest way to get it fixed. Riding a mount with a villager following you. Oh my god, this is the best meme I've ever seen. Family Guy is a hilarious show, and this is it. Now I kind of want to have emus in Disney Dreamlight Valley that we can ride. That would be hilarious. Yeah, the villagers gave up completely. Villagers, pets, they all get lost in the dust when I ride my horse. And honestly, I don't feel bad about it. They need to work out too. Just in from Gameloft. So in case you haven't seen, there is a code that you can claim right now that's going to give you 250 moonstones and a couple other goodies that are less important. But yeah, just go into your settings in the game, then help, and then put the code loading26 for a beautiful pile of moonstones. Decorating not necessary. I see a lot of people that totally into decorating and stuff, Am I the only one who doesn't decorate at all, except the necessary stuff and mostly take them away after finishing the quest? Is there anyone who is playing without decorating at all and just do the duties, star paths, and new quests? I'm curious if there are more people playing it like me. I bet there is. I bet there is. I do not decorate at all. If I have to, I will put out only what I need to complete a task and then remove it once I'm done. Totally fine. This is the best thing about Disney Dreamlight Valley. There is no single right way to play this game. Whatever feels the most fun for you. There's so many different aspects to this game. There is dream snaps, there is star path, there is decorating, there is questing, there is even hoarding resources. Literally, there is so many different ways you can play. You can do all of it, or you can just pick your favorite thing and do just that. And as long as you're having fun, you can absolutely enjoy this game, no matter what you're into. Cinderella now versus 3 years ago. Oh, this is interesting. So we did get Cinderella's little sneak peek when there was a trailer for the original game. She was in the very first trailer of Disney Dreamlight Valley, and it took them 3 years to release her. But that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is Wreck-It Ralph, which was also in the trailer, is still the only character that we knew about from the very start that is still not in the game. At this point, I think that Ralph might be actually part of the next DLC. I know, crazy, but I kind of feel like if they are going to add Winnie the Pooh in the next DLC, I think Ralph might be in it too. I don't know, maybe we'll get it maybe we'll get him in the next roadmap. Maybe they're stretching out these initially announced characters over time. But like, I wonder why they added so many characters that weren't even mentioned, and nobody had no idea. But some of the characters that were teased from the very beginning are still not in the game. It's interesting. I wonder if they were planning to release it earlier, but then it made more sense to release some other characters before that for the story or for whatever reason. So anyway, I'm not in a rush. I'll be probably playing this game for years to come, so I can be patient for Ralph. But if we compare these two characters, I think they came a long way in making characters actually look good. They definitely learned from a lot of community backlash, which started, I think, with Belle. There was a lot of characters that people felt like did not represent the characters well, so they had to redesign a couple models, and they definitely took did some changes to the original Cinderella model. I like this hairstyle more. She just looks great. I think it's a good change. Me, as soon as I reach level 10 with the character, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I mean, that's totally fair. There is not, especially if you have other characters that are not leveled up yet, there is no reason to keep hanging out with level 10 characters. But once you have all of them at level 10, then you can pick your favorites and hang out with them again. Or maybe not even favorites, maybe the ones that if you just want pumpkins, just grab any farmer. They're gonna do the job. Always when I least expect it. Me enjoying Wish Blossom Ranch, Goofy silently following me into every single biome. Yeah, that is a very interesting choice for the card. At first, I was a little bit upset about it because it felt like it would be very difficult to find the card and then get specific resources, but then I realized that the cart has literally every seed available. There was no point whatsoever having a separate Goofy stall for just 2 different seeds in every biome. So it makes sense to have one card that just moves around, and it's not really that difficult to track. So yeah, it's a really cool feature that I think is very unique, and I like it now. This seems unusable to me. The Dream Teams. Interesting. Let's see why. I'm so happy for the people who are excited to play with their friends. I don't know one person in real life who I can play with, let alone, what is it, up to 12 or something? 7. And as someone with an extreme social anxiety disorder, this seems overwhelming to me. I know people may buddy up with established friends or hopefully friendly strangers using Discord, and I hope everyone using the feature has a great experience and enjoys themselves. To me, this feature just seems like I'm never going to use it. I mean, it's totally fair. Not every feature is going to be used by every person. I think this is going to be very useful, even if you don't have any friends that you play with. This is not the same as social media or Discord. As far as I know, you're not you're not going to be able to actually talk to people. The only thing it does is it allows you to share resources easier. So being in one of these groups can actually help you get stuff. You can share stuff that you have a lot of, and you can get stuff that you might need. So this could be useful. That's like a very mild social interaction. It doesn't even require saying anything. You just click a button to submit a request for a certain resource. But then also it could be fun to just see the pictures that other members of your team post. Maybe they're dream snaps, so that can potentially inspire you. Maybe they post a photo from a quest. That could be a nice reminder for you to do that quest as well. I don't know. I feel like it's a very subtle way. I like how they did it in a way that it feels like you're playing together, but it doesn't feel like you... I like that it doesn't have a chat feature, because that I can totally get how this could be overwhelming for a lot of people. But in this way, this is such a mild interaction, but it's just enough to make you feel like you're not alone. I think it's a great balance. I do wish there was more people possible to have in the Dream Team, though, but I don't know. Maybe they'll increase it eventually. Right after they increase the 4 slots for saving favorite outfits. I'm still waiting for that on Gameloft. I've been playing since launch, and I just realized you can turn on fireworks for the Palace House skin. Okay, this is crazy. I've actually seen this recently, people saying that you can do that, and I didn't have a chance to test it. Well, I guess there is no chance. Better than right now. Also, I'm pretty confident this was not in the game from the very beginning. It's definitely, if it was introduced, it was in the last couple of updates. So if you know the winter castle, you can do the same thing. You can literally just click on the corner here, and it's gonna launch fireworks. But people are saying you can do this on the regular castle now. Oh, and yes, you do. Wow. Okay, we got fireworks on the regular castle. If only I could get it right angle. Oh my god, why is it so difficult to look up? Oh yeah, look at them fireworks. Thank you, robot. Okay, that is cool. Honestly, it makes this castle a little bit less useless. I still prefer the winter one, but sometimes you just want a look that is a little bit more tame without lots of lights, because it blends with existing items a little bit better. So I do like this feature. I wonder if it stays forever, or it actually stops after a while, because it's been going for a while now. Because the winter castle, pretty sure it stops, but this one, it seems like it's going forever. It definitely goes long enough to be able to take a dream snap with those fireworks. That is huge. Let me know in the comments if you know exactly which update this was introduced. Oh, and it does end. I wonder if you can start it with the camera mode, special effects. Visual effects activate. Yes, you can! My god, that is such a cool discovery. This is awesome. Why are we limiting seeds now? Why on walled screen Earth? I've never seen that. That is a genius expression for the Disney game. Are we limiting seed purchases on the range? And why only 2 out of 6? I can't finish Tigger's quest now because I already bought my measly 10 seeds for the day. Why did they take away unlimited seeds? Wait, really? You can only purchase 2 out of 6? What? I also really hate that only vegetable seeds count towards plant seeds Dreamlight duties. Really? Ah, interesting. Okay, I'm learning new things today. I mean, I knew that if it says plant certain amount of vegetables, it would only count actual vegetables. It would not count stuff like wheat, corn, sugarcane. But I feel like it has to say vegetables in order for this. Are there even Dreamlight Duties tasks that says plant seeds? I guess I haven't done Dreamlight Duties in a while, might have forgotten. Really want Dylan sprinkle seeds to be sold. I don't understand why, if they aren't going to be sold, why even make them a seed to begin with? Yeah, this was very interesting to me. I found them during, you can find them from removing the Night Thorns, or whatever is the version called in Wish Blossom range. So you can get the seeds, but you cannot buy them. To be honest, I don't think I need that much dill or the other things. They spawn so much in my valley. But it is curious that we have seeds for spices now. That sounds like a bug. I've just been buying 10 a day every day, whether I need to plant them or not. I'll keep them in storage for a rainy day. I genuinely did not realize there's a limit on buying seeds in the card, because as soon as the game dropped, I placed Wally's Garden, and I harvested every day. And I have so much of everything that grows in this in Bush Blossom range that I probably never gonna need to plant it. But it seems like if you need it for quest, yeah, you might want to keep some seeds. So yeah, it's a good idea to keep buying seeds, as many as you can every day, to stock up. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. If somebody, for whatever reason, wants to make a beet farm, they can't, because they can't get unlimited seeds. That is such a strange constraint. Has to be a bug, right? Alright guys, on this note, we're gonna end this Reddit review. It was pretty fun. We learned a lot of new things. I learned a lot of new things. The castle with fireworks, I'm actually gonna use it in a snap. I love the way the palace looks. If there is potentially any Disney-related or maybe royalty-related snap in the future, even the winter-related snap, I could use the winter castle with fireworks. I mean, we could do that before too, but now having options between the regular palace and winter palace, I think it's great. I wish that there were more castles that would have some kind of an effect. For example, I don't know, the Halloween cottage. Maybe if you click on it, you could make it like, I don't know, some kind of candles or pumpkins getting exploded. I don't know, that kind of sounds stupid. Let's just do fireworks on every house. But then you can just put a bunch of firework items behind the house and have a similar effect. Though the palace fireworks look different than the regular fireworks. So that is interesting. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. A wonderful rest of your day, and take care.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?